I think a closer is someone that just finds a way.
Now on SportsNet Central, presented by AT&T Uverse.
Sunday at the U.S. Open begins with a crowded leaderboard.
A bunch of guys there with a chance, but, it all depends on what they do on the golf course tomorrow.
Who overcame the elements and emerged from the field. Our blanket coverage continues from the Olympic Club. The Giants send their young fireballer to the mound in search of a series win in the Pacific Northwest. And the A's hand the baseball to a grizzled veteran, why he wasn't around for the end of a season-high win streak. SportsNet Central, this one's for you, Dad, now.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. After 18 holes, soon there will be a close sign hung up on the U.S. Open at Olympic. Welcome to SportsNet Central, presented by AT&T Uverse. I'm Damon Andrews.
I'm Scott Reese. Looked early in the day like we might have a two-horse race in this thing, but a mad rush by the pack has this tournament still very much up for grabs late in the day. Foggy final round of the 112th U.S. Open on this tradition-filled Father's Day. Great day for golf in San Francisco. Tiger would tee off an hour 20 before the leaders. And here are the players he'd have to leapfrog to win his fourth U.S. Open. 13 in all. He was 5 strokes off the pace. Didn't start well. His opening tee shot, hole number 1, right all the way. And that's rough because it's in the rough. He opens with a bogey. Then the approach on number 2. This time, Tiger playing in the sand. Back bunker, back-to-back bogeys to start the day. On 3, it's a par 3. Oh, goodness. Words you never want to hear in golf, you're still away. Double bogey on 3. Tiger was 5 over through 5. When the leaders teed off at 3:10, he had gone from 5 off the pace to 10 off the pace. Michael Allen finishes up on 18, a bogey, 14 over for the tournament. Great week for the oldest man in the field at 53, and a great memory for the Olympic Club member. How about Bo Hosler, amateur? After a drive in the left rough, forced him to lay up on 1. Par. Oh, you betcha. Great start for the kid. Then on 2, from the sand. That'll set up an up and down. Great saves on the first 2 holes for the 17-year-old. He would shoot 2 over on the front 9. Lee Westwood playing in the second to last group. Started the day 3 back, approach on 2, solid. Birdie there, and a great start for Westwood. There's Graham McDowell, Jim Furyk getting ready. They would be your leaders coming in. McDowell, first of the 2 to give one back there on 3. That the par putt turns into a bogey. He would shoot 4 over on the front 9. McDowell would falter a little bit. Furyk just plodding along, doing his thing. Here the approach on 4, using the slope to perfection. Furyk chasing his 17th PGA Tour victory. He would par there. Started the round with 5 straight pars, even Steven. Back to Westwood. Tee shot on 5. Uh-oh. Up into the tree and not coming down. And that reminded us of 1998, of course, right? Lee Janzen. Just a tale of 2 Lees. His ball goes in the same tree, but just as Janzen had given up on it, it fell out of the tree, wound up chipping in for par. On his way to winning the tournament. No such luck for Westwood. You can stare with the binoculars for 5 minutes. It's not coming down. He would double bogey and fall to 4 under. Little magic here for Ernie Els on 7. The eagle gets him to within 2. Ernie Els coming out of nowhere. Webb Simpson. Simpson, eh? 6 shots back after the 5th hole, but he birdies 8. 3 straight circles on the scorecard, and now he's at just 1 under after that run. Or 2 over after that run. Paddy Harrington trying to come out of nowhere. He had 3 straight birds. Furyk, solid. Clinging to that lead, the chip on 6. Uh-oh. First bogey of the day, and at 4:39, we, the collective we, DA, not a single player under par.
I'm with you.
That includes you and I, not under par.
That's true. I'm way over.
First round leader, Michael Thompson. Appeared to be the man who might jump forward and post a number, but oh, look at that, knocks it stiff. Third shot on the par 5 16th. He would birdie there, go to 2 over. Thompson on 18. So much for that momentum. Tee shot goes awry. Oh, but the friendly bounce back into the fairway. The golf god's smiling on Michael Thompson. He would par 18 and get into the clubhouse at 2 over, which is very much in contention the way this thing is going. Shot a final round 67. This is just his second U.S. Open appearance. Back to Simpson. Approach on number 10. Webb starting to make things interesting. Sets up his 4th birdie in 5 holes. Jumps into a second place tie. Harrington could have tied Thompson in the clubhouse with that chip in on 18. He leaves it just short, so he would have to settle for 3 over, and Patty has been eliminated. Furyk, tee shot on 12. Remember, he is your leader at this point all by himself. Uh-oh, in the forest. So you're thinking maybe things starting to fall apart for Furyk. This for par, you figure he's at least gonna give one back, right? Right? No! He drains it from 40 feet, saves par, and maintains the lead. Not to be outdone, same hole, McDowell. Not quite as far as Furyk, but equally impressive. Under pressure, McDowell seemed to be losing it there for a couple of holes, but he has rallied, and he is still 1 shot off the pace, tied with Simpson, and Furyk remains at even par. Thompson, 16 birdies, tied for tops in the tournament field. And watch out for Els. He's played 7 and 17, a combined 10 under for the tournament. So we'll see what happens when the Big Easy gets back to 17. All right. Foggy day, and it's getting thicker at the Olympic Club. Dave Benz is braving the weather, getting set for a dramatic stretch run. Dave anchoring our mid-round coverage. He joins us now live from the Olympic Club. Dave.
Thank you very much, Scott. Yeah, almost a completely different course than it has been all week with this fog rolling in. The USGA wanted the greens to reach 13 on the stemp meter today, but because of all the moisture, that clearly has not been the case. They've been a little bit slower than expected, but still difficult pin placements, difficult setups. This has not been an easy course today. Everybody just kind of waiting to see if Jim Furyk will make a mistake, because it doesn't look like anybody's going to go to get him. As for the local guys, Nick Watney, probably with the best finish of all the guys with NorCal connections, as he fired an even par 70 today to finish his tourney at 7 overall. After he finished his round, he spoke with our own John Henry Smith.
Well, we're here with Nick Watney, and Nick, I mean, hey, you finish very strong, even par in the final round. How gratifying is that to go out strong like that?
It's nice to play a good round. You know, I was a bit disappointed with the middle 2 rounds, but you know, I guess that's the U.S. Open. But I'm very pleased to have played a couple good rounds, and I feel like my game's going in a good direction.
How special is it for you to play in Northern California, especially at an event as huge as this one?
It's very cool. I have a lot of friends and family, and you know, I've been getting a lot of support this week, so it was better than I could have hoped for, and you know, I hope we come back really soon.
The conditions changed a little bit today. I mean, before today, it was scorching, unseasonably hot weather. It's still not cold today, but still a little more normal Northern California weather. How did that change the play out there?
Well, yeah, it is a little bit cooler, and it just makes the golf course play longer. You know, the ball doesn't go as far, but it's tough all the time. You know, the U.S. Open, they did a great job with the setup. It was fair, and good shots were awarded, but you know, if you got out of position, it was very difficult. So I thought it was a great event, and I think it'll be a great finish.
Have you focused much on the bigger picture as far as who's at the top 5 or 10 of the leaderboard, or have you been really focused on your game?
Yeah, I've taken a look at it. You know, I think Jim and Graham are 2 really gritty players, so it'll be quite a finish. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a playoff. You know, it's a tough test out there, but they seem to be handling it real well.
A quick note, Golf Channel on NBC is the place you want to be. As soon as NBC signs off the air with its U.S. Open coverage, they will be all over the post-tournament wrap. They'll have live press conferences and more. Make sure you check out Golf Channel on NBC. A couple more notes on local guys. Charlie Wee, a 4 over 74 today to finish his tournament at +9. So the former Cal Bear began the day with a reasonable shot to be in this thing. He goes the other way. And Michael Allen, the San Mateo native and Olympic Club member, he fired a 3 over 73 23 today, finishes his tourney at 14 over par, but certainly a nice showing by him just to get to the weekend. That'll do it from now for now from the Olympic Club. Plenty more coming up for you tonight on the late edition of SportsNet Central, but right now let's get you back to Scott in our downtown studios.
Hi, Dave. Thanks. Much more U.S. Open coverage in this installment of SportsNet Central. A dozen minutes from now, we will have much more from the Olympic Club.
All right, let's take you to the diamond. And what would you rather have, youth or experience? What if you could have both? The Giants and Mariners do, and the guys they threw on the hill. 22-year-old Madison Bumgarner going up against Seattle's 26-year-old King Felix Hernandez. Both guys can bring the heat. Both guys can bring you a win. Who would come out on top in the rubber match in the great Northwest? Take you there, Giants, Mariners. Felix got a special Father's Day present. A message from behind the airplane. Teammates having fun with it. Top of the first, Angel Pagan. Single off the end of the bat. Pablo Sandoval is going to take advantage. The Panda running, and scoring. Look at him, going in deep. Bottom of the second, Mad Bum on the mound. Runners on second and third with one out. Dustin Ackley fly out to center. Casper Wells is tagging, and he is safe on the play at the plate. We're tied at 1. Bumgarner dealing after that. Kyle Seager swinging in the wind. Dustin Ackley swinging as well. Franklin Gutierrez, didn't you see what the other two guys did? In the 6th, Hernandez settled in. Pablo strikes out swinging. Hernandez goes 7 innings, 6 hits, 1 run with 7 punch-outs. To the 8th, Bumgarner on in the bottom, has runners on the corners, 2 out, strikes out Gutierrez to end the frame. He goes 8 strong, giving up just 3 hits, 1 run, and 4 punch-outs. Meanwhile, to the 9th, bases loaded for Melky Cabrera, and he can do some things, but not here. Makes it 2 down. Next batter, Nate Shearholtz, pinch hitting, grounds out to second. Giants get no runs. Bottom of the 9th, Sergio Romo comes in. Jesus Montero singles to center, puts 2 on, no outs. Javier Lopez comes in for Romo, Justin Smoke, and smoke him if you got him. Back to left field. Kawasaki on his Kawasaki, and he's safe at the plate. Mariners walk it off by the final of 2-1. So Mad Bum did all he could do except score runs himself. The G-Man out-hit the Mariners, but stranded 12 men on base. Bumgarner gave up just 1 earned over 8, scattering a stingy 3 hits, getting a no decision. Romo gets tagged with the loss. A tough one to deal with after another great start from the Carolina Kid.
Timely hits, that's what wins games for you, and we were missing that today, especially there in the 9th. But we had the right guy up. He's done what a great job he's done for us this year. And facing a tough guy out there, the closer, and he found a way to get out of it. And that was the difference in the game.
Hey, you know, Giants insider Andrew Baggerly jumps into the Tim Lincecum situation head first. Check out Bags of Stuff on csnbayarea.com as quick as you can. Type it on your keyboard or your tablet. You know, when SportsNet Central, presented by AT&T U-verse, continues, we'll head back to Seattle for more reaction as the Giants fall in dramatic fashion.
Plus, Bartolo Colon making barely a cameo on Sunday, why it wasn't the Padres who forced him from the mound.
Papa's got a brand new bag.
SportsNet Central is brought to you by AT&T. Find out what's possible with products and services from AT&T. Rethink possible.
It's not too bad, sir.